Hello there, my name is Akshay and welcome back to Geeks for Geeks. And in the previous video, we have already learned about many things like the min and max and the count, average, and sum. I've also told you about the like operators. So we were going to explore the operators more in this video, as I've told you in the previous video. Okay, so like operator. So first, let me open the MySQL so that I may be able to run commands. Okay, so this is the MySQL command line. Now I'm gonna input the password that was root. Okay, so this was the MySQL command line. Now let me show you all the databases. And we have created the database GFG. So I'm gonna use it. And in this database, we have created multiple tables, right? So these were all the tables. And the last table that we created was maybe the products one. So select aspect from okay. Okay, so we were playing with these things like product ID, category ID, right? So yeah, this was the table. Now let me just check which table has the most rows. Like I'll use the syntax above. If you remembered in my previous videos, like which one of these tables had the maximum amount of rows, do comment down in the description, or you can say the comment section below this video. And if you don't remember, then it's no big deal. Like I don't remember it either. I just inputted the random values inside these tables. Let me check some more tables. Six was then there was student one. So we are gonna work with this one because this has the most amount of data. Or we can create a new table. Okay. So let me first explain to you what are the like operators. Okay. So like operators is used in where clause to search for a specific pattern inside a column. Okay. And there are two wildcards often used in a conjunction with the like operator. Now what are these wildcards? So there are multiple wildcards like operator is used with multiple symbols like percentage sign and one or more characters. Okay. So the percentage sign represents 0, 1 or multiple characters, and the underscore sign represents one single character. Okay. So the percentage sign and the underscore sign can also be used in a combination, and we're gonna explore this in this video only. Okay. So let me show you the basic syntax of the like operator. Okay. So for that, the basic syntax is select column 1, column 2 from column A. Okay. Then there is where clause, and you have to column. You have to give a condition over here, and after that you have to give like wait. You'll have to give the column name over here, or you can write multiple columns also over here. And here's the like keyword, and after that we have to provide the pattern. Now I'll show you what are these different patterns that we can use to find out the specific table, specific data inside the table. Okay, so let me write it down one by one so that you may remember all these things. Okay, so if you use percentage sign after a character, like you are using it like this. Okay, so what does this statement means? This statement means that it will find any values that starts with. Okay. So this statement will mean that it's gonna find out all the values that starts with A. For example, you're searching for a name of students that whose name starts with A. So you can provide the query in a way like you can give it like a percentage after this like operator, just like I've shown you in the syntax. So in the pattern, you have to give a percentage, and this command will gonna show you the all the name of the student whose name starts with A. Okay. Then if you use percentage sign before the character, then it's gonna find you that the characters, the last character is the character which you provide over here. So as it is A over here, then it's gonna show you all the names or whichever query you applied. So it's gonna show you all the values which are ending with A. Okay. So this was the percentage before the character. Okay. Now there's another one. So for that, I'll use A and I'll use percentage again. So if you provide a percentage sign before and after your character, so it's gonna search for all the rows which have a character in their whole string. Like there is P in all these strings, right? So it we can find out all these 5 rows using this ends with command, or we can also use the percentage a percentage. This will also show you the similar result, but let's say I wrote percentage d percentage over here. So what this statement will do, it will check that the D character is present inside any of the rows or not. Like I search for the D character rows inside the country column. So it's gonna check if D character is present inside the rows or not, and whichever row follows the condition, it's gonna show you the result. So if we apply this in this table, and it's gonna show you all the rows first. D is present in India of all of these 6 rows, right? So that's how we use the percentage in A, percentage A and percentage. So we can provide any character over here, like I've given A over here, but you can give any character which you want to search. Okay. So find any values with character A in the middle of the string or end of the string, doesn't matter. Okay. Then what if I want to search what does this statement mean? Like I've told you previously that there were 2 things that are important in the like operators, right? The one was the percentage symbol and the other one was the underscore symbol, right? So what does this underscore mean? So if I write down underscore a percentage, so this statement will search whether all the rows which has this character in the second place. Like if I want to search for Delhi, let's. Okay. So I'll write down underscore, then the second character is E, right? So I'll provide E over here and I'll give a percent. So it's gonna show me all the rows which have the E in the second place of the characters, right? So yeah, this will show you the A in second place. Okay. So this statement will show you the characters are in second place. Then you can use double underscore. You can use A after that and percentage after that. So this will search A if it is present in the third place, right? So A in third place. You understand? You are getting my point, right? So if we want to search like A is present in the 5th place or 6th place, you can provide that many underscore below before the character, and it's gonna search for it. So this was it for the underscore A percentage one. Okay. Now there is another way, and yeah. So what if you write it down like this, A underscore percentage. So what does this statement do? This statement will search for any values that start with A and have at least two and have at least 2 characters. Okay. So it is self-explanatory that if I provide an underscore after A and I am searching for it using the percentage symbol, so it's gonna show you all the strings that have minimum, say, the minimum length is 2 characters, and the first one is A, and the second one can be anything. We have given an underscore over there, right? Okay, so it's gonna show you all the rows which have first character as A, and the second place it can be anything, and the length of the string should be at least 2 characters. Now it's not gonna show you the strings which have only single character like A. Okay. So yeah, this is also useful while you're searching in the database. Uh, there is another command over here that is a percentage. Okay. So this is another one of the like operators. So what does this statement do? This statement will search for rows which have which start with a with O. So yeah, these are all the like operators that we can use inside a database. Now I'm gonna create a table and use all these operators inside this table. So let me just remove this. Okay. So what is important in all these lines? So the text I'm gonna highlight so that you may write it down and you can place it somewhere in your notebook or you can say Word file so that you may remember it for later when you're using all these things. Okay. So these were all the important statements and yeah, this one also. So these are all the things that you need to understand the like of it. Okay. So let's not create another table and let's try to search in these tables. Okay. So this was the table product, right? So the basic syntax was this one. Select, let's say asterisk from table name was product and here column name was name. Like let's try the first one, which starts with A%. Okay. So in this one, there are two rows which starts with C. Okay. So I'll write down capital C and after that I'll give a percentage. So yeah, capital C, then give a percentage and I'll close the quotes and I'll press enter. So this statement shows you all the rows which starts with capital C. Now let's try it with uh, showing all the rows which ends with E. So there are three rows, right? One, two, and three. So I write down ends with E. It shows me all the three rows which ends with E. Okay. So yeah, that's how we use the like operator. And in a similar manner, you can use all these things. I will show you another one, and the rest of the things you can try it at home while you're performing uh, things inside the SQL. Okay. So I'll show you this one that A is in the second place. So for that, I'll pick the I in the second place, like milk and pickle. And for that, what command I have to write down, this was the syntax, right? A in the second. So underscore A and percentage. So in the similar manner, and provide uh, so I percentage. So it's gonna search for all the rows which have I in the second place. So there were two rows, milk and pickle. It is showing us correctly. Okay, so in this way, you can search for queries inside this. You can search for rows inside your SQL table or database. Okay. Yeah, it was very simple and it's not very difficult to understand if you remember all these things inside the um, like operators. Okay. So you must remember these statements that I wrote down. These are the statements, right? Like a percentage, percentage a, percentage a, percentage. So these were all the things that you may remember, and after that you can perform queries inside the table. Now the next topic is the in operator. So in operators allows you to specify multiple values in where like in operator is a shorthand for or conditions. Like have you ever learned any other programming languages? So you can give conditions in other programming languages like if this is true or this is true or this is true. So if one of those conditions is true, then it's going to show you all those things, right? So yeah, that's how you can search for this. Okay. So the basic syntax of in operators is select asterisk from table name. Then after that, we have to give where and column name, like column one. Okay. And in, then you have to open the brackets and you have to provide value. So value to, so this is the basic syntax of in command. What not in command, the in operator. Okay. So like we can provide multiple values inside this. Like I am searching for all the rows which have MP and U, okay, in this school day. So for that, let me show you command. So I'll use select asterisk from the table name was school, right? First, let me show you the whole table. Then we are gonna write a query like this. Okay. So select asterisk from school where state state in, and inside the in you have to provide values, right? So I'll write MP as well as UP. So UP is also given inside the quote, and you can close the brackets over here and provide a semicolon at the end to run the square. So yeah, it is showing us all the rows which have either MP or UP inside the state. Okay, so this was one of the ways how you can use the in operators, right? There is another operator in a similar manner, like if I write down, wait, we can also write down not in. So it is just the converts of this previous in operators, and we can use it to find out whether all the values inside a table which does not have which are not matching with this particular value that we just got. So if I run this query, this is the following output. First, we are selecting all the rows which does not have MP. So there are two rows, UP and day one. So it is showing us in the output those two rows, and in the same manner you can find out the data from your tables. Okay. Then you can also provide a select condition inside this in bracket. This was the basic syntax of in operators, right? So we can also provide a select condition. Like you can provide another table name over here. Let's see, there are two tables which have a similar column. So these are two different tables. This is one table and this is another one. So what does this statement do? This statement will search for, first this statement will run and it will search for these selected columns from this selected table. Then after that, uh, the values which are outputted after this after running this query, it's gonna search for all those values in this table using the in operator. So this is another use of in operator, and it is kind of complex for you to understand. But it is really very easy. You just have to create two tables, or you can search for, you can find out the data from one table, and the output of that table is used to search the data from another table. So this is the use of this particular command. And I have not created tables with similar names. So let me just try it with this product and school one. Okay. So select asterisk. I want schools output, right? So I'll have to write down school over here, where select asterisk from school, where number in, number is the column name of the school table, right? This one is the column name, and inside the values you have to give select table was there. Okay. So I'm selecting the, let's copy this query and use this. Okay. So this was our query, and I'm gonna use it over here. Okay. So we are running a very complex query inside the statement. Yeah. So what does this statement do? This statement will select all the columns from the school where number is in the selected values from this table. Uh, we can't use asterisks over here. We have to use the product ID. Right. Uh, product ID. We are selecting product ID from product where the name starts with C. So this was the output for this statement. This one, okay. So we are selecting product ID from this table and searching for the first and fifth one. We are getting the output of first and fifth one from the table name school. So yeah, as you can see, it is satisfying our query. Like in the previous, we have tried that it shows us the output of all the rows which starts with C, right? So the rows which starts with C were 1 and 5, and the output that is taken is 1 and 5 from the school table, right? So yeah, this was the statement, and in this way you can use the in operator. Okay, so the next topic is the between operator. A MySQL between operator is used to select the values within a given range. So the values can be number, text, or dates. So we are going to use it on the numbers that, because we have already created a table which starts with number 1 to 6, and the table name was school, right? So the basic syntax of the between operator is select column name, table name. After the table name, we have to give the where, and in this where we can write down columns between value 1, value 2. Okay, so this is the basic syntax of between operator, and we are going to use it on the table name school, and we are going to search for all the values. So for that, I'll write down select asterisk from school, and we are searching for all the values, all the rows who have the number between 2 to 4. Okay, so I'll write down where uh, number between 2 to 2 and 6, and I'll put a semicolon and press enter. So this is showing us the output of all the rows which are having which are satisfying this particular condition, like between 2 and 4. We can also use the characters over here, like let's use their name between B to E, and we have to put it into quotes because there's a string, right? Yeah, and press enter. So as you can see, there are only two rows which have the name between B and E, and those are B and D. Let me show you the whole table. So this was the whole table, and there are only two rows which satisfies this condition, at B and D1. Okay, so yeah, this is how we use the where condition and with the between operator. Okay. Then in a similar manner that we have used in the in operators, we can also use not in. So not between. So I'll write down not between B and E, and it is showing us all the rows which do not have the values between B and E. It is very easy. You can remember it most of the time, and it is very useful when you're searching for those inside the table. Okay. One more thing that I'm gonna cover in this video is the alias. Now, what are these alias? Alias are used to give a column in a table a temporary name. Alias are often used to make column names more readable. Like we have given state or country inside this table. Okay, and let's say I've given a table column name of which has a really long name, like country of origin, and inside the table I want it to be seen as country only. Okay, it will be very hectic for us to write down country of origin each and every time we are searching for some kind of data. So it is used to make the column names small. Okay, and alias is created by using the as keyword. So this is the usage of alias keyword, and the basic syntax is select column name as last name and from table name. So this is how we use the alias, and let me show you an example how we use this alias. Okay, now yeah, so we are going to use it a table that we previously created. uh, we can use the school table. So select school, wait, select number as roll number, and we also want to select the name. Then we also want to select the phone number. Okay, so these are the columns that we are going to select from this table, and going to write down from, and after that you have to provide the table name, right? So from school. So as you can see, the alias names are used inside our output table. That is, it is selecting the numbers from this table, right? And in the output, you can see the name of the column is roll number, and it has given us phone number inside this table, and it is showing in the output that it is MOP, right? So in this way, you can use the alias. So it is very simple and it is very useful in huge databases when we are working on multiple millions of rows and there are really long column names. You can use alias over there to show a particular small output, and it is also used in views. Now, I will already explain you about the views that views are used to quickly know about some kind of data from a table, right? So it is also used inside the views, and we rename the bigger column names from the smaller ones, so that in this case we have not done so because the roll number is representing the correct position of the, what you can say, the correct usage of the column name, right? We have named it number previously, and I've renamed it as roll number. I've used it as an alias. It is not renamed. Now, if I try to select the whole table, so it is gonna be the same. Okay. It is same, and this roll number which we used as using the alias in SQL. Okay, so this was only applicable to this particular table, and it's not showing us in the original table. So the data is not altered. We can rename the tables using the alter command, and we can rename the column names using the alter command, which we are going to learn about in further videos. Okay, so I think that this much is it for this video, guys. I've already explained you about what are the in operators and between operators, and I've also showed you about the usage of like operator, and I've also shown you about the brief introduction of how you can use the like this one. Okay, so this was the brief usage of like operator, and we can use percentage and underscore to find multiple values inside the table. And that is it for this video, guys. Now, one more thing that I would like to show you is you can go to practice.geeksforgeeks.org and you can search for any courses over here. And these all these courses are prepared by really professional mentors, and all these courses are really helpful while you're learning anything. So do share this one, and if you like all these things. So you can buy these courses, and you can also take this course. Like you can search for SQL, and there is SQL Foundation self-placed course over here. So if you are having doubts, YouTube videos, you can purchase this course and you can ask the doubts from other mentors. And you can also comment your doubts in this comment section below in this video, and I'm going to answer your comments in the comment section. Okay. So that was it for this video, guys. See you next time. Bye bye.